This is the Townshend Audio Elite Rock turntable with the Origin Live DC motor controller using an Airpax motor. So it has fine controls for 33 and 45 RPM, a switch to switch back and forth between the speeds, and of course a power switch. So we'll take the dust cover off the turntable. And you can see what makes this turntable very unique is this trough, this damping trough that and you would just slide this out of the way to get to the record. See the record clamp has a stud on it and kind of a raised surface at its exterior pushing down on the record where it the washer pushes up in the middle, the clamp pushes down on the outside, and you get good contact with the vinyl surface of this platter. So I'll show you what the platter looks like. Just get the damping fluid off the end of that paddle, and you can see the tone arm. This is an Alphason tone arm. Has an extension on the end of it. That's a Townshend extension that has a paddle that sits in the damping fluid that's in the trough. So if you wanted to take the platter off, this platter has a vinyl surface like the record, but underneath it's metal, and it is filled with gypsum, with rock. I guess that's why they call it the rock. And you can even see in the inside the metal, and that of course just sits on the sub platter, which is turned by the motor and the belt. And we can put that right back on. And so if we were to want to play a record, and I'll return the tone arm back to the pivot point. If you always just leave it in the pivot point, you'll never be dripping silicone fluid anywhere. I did kind of drain it off, so it didn't drip any over there. And take a record out, and you can so you can use it without the washer, but you'll notice it's kind of wobbly, so not such a good idea. You want to put this. It really depends on the record and how warped the record is, whether you use the washer or not. I find it's generally better to use the washer, but you have a choice. Now once you clamp this down, it really tightens the record right down to the platter. It's really on there, and there's no gap anywhere around as you look at it. So to start any good belt drive turntable up, you always want to give it a little bit of a push to help it along, and then turn your power switch. That reduces your belt wear. You're going to return your trough to the stop. It won't go any further than that. That now is in the proper arc of the tone arm. Move your stylus right over the lead-in groove. It's a little bit harder to see where the lead-in groove is because of the trough being in the way, but basically you can kind of see from this angle it's right over the lead-in groove. So we'll let the needle down. And you can see now we're playing. We've got some damping action going on in the trough. And so there you go.